Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And welcome back, everyone. I don't normally name podcasts, but I'm giving this one a name today, and it is entitled Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda. Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda. And where does that lead us to? Why we hesitate in doing things in life, no matter what they are. And then you look back and say, well, I should have done that. I would have done that, blah, 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 blah. Avoiding the pitfalls of hesitation. And many of us do it. Why do we do it? And how can we get around it? She's someone that has so many different programs that she offers to help move your life forward. And she's all about energy. She's all about the journey. She's all about all different modes and modalities to help you realize I have within what she's talked about. Validation for me in many ways. Her name is MaryElizabeth. We call her Emmy. She's back with us. How are you doing today?
I am just fabulous, and I'm thrilled to be back, totally rested from my time of solitude and peace. Wish I was still there because it was heaven. And it brought me to a space of understanding that moving forward to do what I'm inspired to do instead of think it out and put it off and wait. So it's the perfect space to address what hesitation can bring.
I look at you and I honestly and truly feel your peace from being away. Like it's like, oh, I'm feeling it. It's like amazing. Like it's you needed it. You needed to get away. I'm detecting that in a big way. Yeah.
Yeah. I needed that time in my own energy, because what the majority of us do is we go around and we're around other people so frequently. And so many of us, and people don't even realize it, are empathic. So we automatically take on the energy of others, and it moves into our energy field and corrupts that space of self-understanding, self-knowing, and actually self-acceptance. When we take that time to be in that space, to be in our own peace, we allow ourselves to quiet the voices in our mind, Fred, so to speak, and just be in the energy of me. And if really allow that to happen, and it's a very difficult thing. Most of us will pick up our phones, turn on the TV, do anything to distract us from just being. And in the being, that is where peace exists, in that space of allowing yourself to decompress and breathe.
We don't realize
that. Go ahead.
We don't realize how important it is.
Yeah. And with that, it gives you, once you reconnect to that energy, it gives you almost permission to trust your inspiration, to trust the inspired thought, to trust that moment where someone asks you to do something. And here's the thing, hesitation can be a pitfall, but it can also be when you're coming from that place of self-connection, go, wait a minute, why am I hesitating? Why did I not immediately say yes?
What's the last thing you hesitated about?
Saying yes to a trip somebody asked me to go on. And in retrospect, I realized that, because I asked, why did I hesitate? Because that was just recently. And it was after I came back. And I just came back a couple days ago. And it was, why did I hesitate? What was the purpose of that? And in that space, in that time, I realized I understand that with some of the others, the energy may not align. So my head and my heart was, what will that effect be on me? Is this a necessity for my energy and their energy as well?
So the trip that you just came back on, is that the one you're referring to?
Yes, yes,
And that,
yes.
so was that to be a trip with somebody else, or was that to be a solo?
Now that was a solo trip, but then an opportunity for another trip came into my view on my way home, actually.
Oh,
And in that, I felt the hesitation. And then I was like, no, just say yes. So I said yes. But then that hesitation keeps coming through. It's okay if you don't go. It's okay if you don't go.
ironically or not, um, I've had hesitation about booking just a quick getaway, weekend getaway somewhere. Um,
Mhm.
I've been putting it off, oh my gosh, almost 6 months now.
Mhm.
And situations have presented where it'll, easy to get done, staying with somebody in another country, that like just a getaway, whatever. I keep putting it off. I will say initially, and this leads I'm leading somewhere with this. Initially, my intuition said, don't go. And I just, I had the flights in the cart, and I'm like, no, no, wait another day, no. And then my friend reaches out. He's staying there, extended time. Uh, Long story, but it's all good. Um, he said, "Hey, bro, don't come down here. Wait until I change location because the electric keeps going out. There's no air conditioning. You're gonna have a miserable time." Blah 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 blah. Blah. And it was something was telling me, So I'm about to book it. He's in a different spot. It's all good. Here's my question: how do you know your hesitation is not your intuition causing you to hesitate?
Okay, your intuition will literally stop you when you're going to make the move. You said you had everything in the cart, but you went, yeah, no, no.
Mm, yeah.
But the hesitation is in the question of the ask. Okay. Okay. If for another example, I had training to schedule and I kept putting it off and I kept putting it off. And finally I said, why am I putting this off? And I realized exactly why I was putting it off, because I was feeling incapable
Mm,
of, I didn't want to step into something that would make me feel insecure. And training. And did I feel insecure? Yes, because it all involved technical things, and
hmm
you've seen me. I'm really not a technical person. So, but that hesitation wasn't an intuitive thing. It was the voice in my head, well, what if I can't do it?
mm.
That's the hesitation. What if I can't do it?
Fear.
What's the conversation? It's fear. It's
Mm.
Fred.
What's Fred stand for again?
Fear, reaction, energy denied.
Gotcha.
So when you are hesitating out of fear, it has a different energy than when you're literally going to purchase something and you can't. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, when you feel that hesitation,
Mhm.
should you ask within, why am I hesitating?
You should always ask.
Intuition, give me the answer. What am I feeling here? Where's the block?
Just stop, take a breath, and say, okay, why am I hesitating? What's stopping me?
Hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, you'll get an immediate answer. And if it's not an answer you want to hear, you go, no, that can't be. That can't be. Like for me, why am I hesitating? Because you're in fear. Guess what? Humans don't like to hear they're in fear. You all go, no, that's not true. I'm not afraid of anything. I'll be fine. I just don't know if this is right for me.
You're lying to yourself when
Exactly.
we do that.
Exactly. And that's what most hesitation is. You're putting it off. Well, I'll do it next week. I'll do it tomorrow. Do it today. If it comes in front of you, you've been inspired. You were inspired. We talked last week. You were inspired. And then now you know exactly what you want to do. We will say to you, why are you waiting till today when you've been mulling it since we spoke week? Does that make sense?
For sure.
So there's still a part of you that's causing you to mull. You understand what we mean? So what's that hesitation? Just investigate that too, is what we would say.
This is bigger than I thought. Now we're digging deeper into hesitation. There's a lot going on here. The times that we put things off, why we do it, and even this conjures up for me taking blood tests. Grown man, fear of needles. For years, routine blood test. Going to make the appointment. Hesitation. Oh, made the appointment. I got to go tomorrow. Yeah, let me do it. I'll do it next week. No rush. Change it. It was because, Fred, I had a fear of taking them. For what I don't even know why. Until I started flipping it around and my mindset of, wait a minute, you're doing something for yourself. You're going to get some information, good or bad, but you'll do something about it. I had to change my mindset. So now I don't have any hesitation. I think it's fun now. I had some health stuff, all good now, but I had like 12 needles stuck in me. It's like I would laugh at it, waiting to see how it's going to feel, with the painkiller and everything. But the mindset. Do you feel that we need to make some shifts in the way we think to get over those fears and get rid of that hesitation?
Exactly. And that's why we say you have to ask, what's causing me to hesitate? Why am I hesitating? Why am I stopping? And if you think, just to use your example, you had everything in the cart.
Yeah.
So you were ready to do it.
Totally.
So your intuition was stopping you, which is a totally different thing. It's I need to do this. I'm not going, what if? What if? You said woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's the what if. What if? When you hesitate, the what if is, what if this falls apart for me? What if this isn't a good thing? What if? You understand the difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's the challenge. Sorry. Here's the challenge to the majority of you. What we would say to you is change your what if. What if is a default energy? What if it doesn't work? What if I'm not good enough? So what if this is better than I possibly believe? What if this opens doors of opportunity? What if I have the best time of my life? Because when you hesitate, what if is always involved. But you are trained through your connect your brain to utilize what if in one of two ways. It's either what if miracles happen or what if tragedy strikes? What if I fail? What if? So which is what if to you? Is it fear or possibility?
Fear or fabulous.
Exactly. We like that.
Mm.
Fear or fabulous.
It's either way you look at it, the what ifs are looking at the future, which isn't here and doesn't exist. I want to ask you an unrelated question. And when I talked about the future, that just popped in my mind. Do you believe that the present is really a memory? Where am I going with that? We already manifested it. It already took place. It's what's in the future that's coming our way. Not that you need to think about it, but these moments, it was already created. It's already done. That's what the present is the memory. The present is the past, essentially. That makes sense.
So this is what we'll say. The present is the past and the present is the future. It's all the same thing. The projection in your mind is based on the past. So you're projecting based on a memory. Time holds no memory. It is all in the mind.
Yeah. That's essentially where I was going with that. And that if you subscribe to manifestation, we create our reality.
Yes,
So this right now, this moment, it was already created. It was
exactly.
yeah. So essentially, it's a memory because we haven't created the future, or we really have. It hasn't presented just this moment.
You basically live, if you think of it that way, that this is a memory, you're actually living in the projection that previously from your energy field. The outcome, the connection, the conversation is based on that space of memory.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it seems like we're on the same page there. Where and this is new for me to grasp and understand just recently thinking about it this way, but it sounds like you believe that we do create our reality.
We do, and it's based on our energy. That's what most people don't understand. They
Mm.
don't understand manifestation, the importance of the energy you put behind it. The thought is important. What it is you want to create, what it is you want to project. That is an important aspect. But if you are creating it from a space of lack, it's going to come back with lack. So you literally have to shift where you are in this moment in time energetically. You just have to realize that in this moment in time, everything is fine. So this is a great place to begin. So the what if or the woulda, coulda, shoulda should not exist. In this place, everything is fine. So I can create anything that's in my mind because I'm allowing myself to feel it. Does that make sense?
That's a key point. Feeling it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
We can all
yes.
say, I'd love to have this. I'd love to have that. I know we pivoted over to manifestation for just a moment here. Um,
It's all the same thing.
yeah, it really is.
Hesitation is part of manifestation. If you hesitate on something, you're not creating a success in that energy.
Mm. You're blocking it because you're hesitating
Yes,
in moving it forward or welcoming what you believe should be yours and what you deserve.
yes.
Yeah, I'm glad we talked about this because the hesitation thing, once you start thinking about it, it's wide open. How many times we hesitate in a normal day? How many things we hold back on? Would you say that your intuition pilots your hesitation? Like that's the baseline, whether you should hesitate or not, or should we be doing it that way?
If you're following your intuition, yes, but the majority of hesitation comes to the voices in your head, based on past experience. The majority of your hesitation is based in fear. If something comes in your path and you hesitate, like instantaneously, that's an intuitive response. And then you say, why am I hesitating? But if you know this is something you need to do, or even something you want to do, what is stopping me from doing it? I had joined a course once and I put good money into it and all those things, but I kept hesitating. I kept not doing it. I kept not doing it and I kept not doing it. And the reason was the first time I tried, I was overwhelmed by the technical aspect that it shut down my belief in myself that I would be able to be successful at it. So it became a sticking point of hesitation. Every time I would say, okay, today I'm going to do it, I'd instantly hear, well, you already tried it. You couldn't do it. What makes you think you can do it now? There's the difference of an intuitive hesitation, which is, oh yeah, that sounds good. And then you go, no, not yet. Do you see
Yeah.
what we mean there?
I was going to ask, is there any good hesitation, situations where it's good to hesitate? But right, what I get comes back to your intuition. That's going to give you the answer.
Yeah.
Where is the hesitation good?
Yeah. Hesitation is a good thing. Like I was asked to be part of a show, and every time I go to purchase it, I'd hear no. So then I'd stop, and then no. I'm literally arguing every time I go to purchase it, but I need to support this person. Not yet. Not yet. So I'm listening to that because my logical brain is going, but I have to do this.
Hmm.
So that hesitation is an intuitive response. The other hesitation is, no, I'll put that off a week, just as you did, which is coming from that place of fear. Oh, I don't have to do that now. Maybe I'll do that next week. A lot of the times we hesitate. Here's the thing. When somebody offers you help when you're in the middle of something, like Emmy, we always use the grocery thing. She really brings in lots of groceries. And when somebody offers to help, she goes, no, that's okay. I've got it. Where her head goes, yeah, they could help me. But her trained response is she doesn't deserve.
Just about out of time.
Yeah.
You support so many different ways and have some wonderful programs. What's the best way to find you?
The best way to find me is on my website at www.IamMaryElizabeth.me, or you can always email me at onewith@gmail.com or text at 661-524-4544. And it's always a pleasure to be in your company, and I enjoyed this conversation.
Likewise. I love talking with you. You cut to the chase, you get to the point, you're crystal clear. That's your superpower, the clarity. And easy to follow steps. And Fred is not our friend. Again, finally here, never want to forget it. Fred, FRED stands for
Fear reaction energy denied. So it's literally shut the F up, Fred.
Yep. Without hesitation, I need to say thank you so much for these great podcasts, and somehow we'll connect again. I feel it.
We absolutely will.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Likewise.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.